Well, let's talk about a very important update which is coming from Moderna regarding its vaccine. And once again, it's the preliminary results that we are talking about, which means the phase 3 trial is going on. The phase 3 trial is underway and they have released a preliminary data. According to that data, as per Moderna, it shows a greater than 94% efficacy on the trials or the data that they have collected so far on the basis of that trial, which means that more than 94% of the people are actually vaccinated when you really talk about this vaccine or when they are trying to protect people. Remember, a lot of people are trying to create vaccine, but 2 or 3, the likes of Pfizer, Moderna, Oxford, all seems to be slightly ahead, or the people have more expectations from this, and in the midst of that, this data is looking to be on the positive side. Now again, when we talk about preliminary results, remember, a drug goes through 3 phases. Once, of course, the phase 1, phase 2, which most of the data for big drugs are already out, and then you have phase 3 data. The phase 3 trials are still going on, but more data of phase 3 trial will tend to come in. These are preliminary data which has actually come in, and this shows greater than 94% efficacy. The CEO of Moderna has gone out and said that this could potentially be a game changer as far as this particular COVID-19 pandemic or health crisis is largely concerned. It's a RNA vaccine. So RNA vaccines are the ones which do not have a virus. It is something which is different versus the normal vaccine that you tend to get. The storage for this is -20 degrees versus Pfizer, which was -70 degrees, where the storage of this vaccine was actually needed. The interesting thing is that immediately as this news flow came, Dow Jones Future actually spiked, which means that once again, more positive news flow as far as vaccine of COVID-19 is concerned is coming in, and that is something which is getting rejoiced by the markets worldwide. Last week, we had a similar data which actually came in from Pfizer, where they said that preliminary data of their is showing that more than about 90% of people seem to be efficient, or seem to be vaccinated with this particular efficiency. Now the next step, of course, is that they will release their phase 3 data as well over a period of time, as and when the phase 3 trial completes. For Moderna, this is about 30,000 people, or slightly more than that when you talk about the entire clinical 3 trial that they are phase 3 clinical 3 trial which they are actually conducting. Now when we talk about an important thing, that they are going to apply this for an emergency usage to US FDA. US FDA has guidelines for emergency usage. In the coming weeks, in the press release, they have said that they will apply this on the basis of 2 months data, as well as considering the phase 3 trial and looking at the largely the entire restrictions or the entire need which is there for this kind of a particular vaccine as far as US FDA is concerned. So the next step, of course, is emergency usage application, which they say they are going to do in coming weeks. If it's actually approved, then probably one can say that this vaccine is something which has been approved by US FDA.